Now, the real reason Senator Tinubu nominated Oshibajo has been made known to us, and we hereby offer a public service to the Nigerian people by drawing national attention to it. Credible pieces of information at our disposal indicate that Tinubu has perfected plans to come to power through the back door. Senator Tinubu, according to our information, has compelled Professor Oshibajo to swear to an oath that after 6 months in office, he would resign as the vice president in the unlikely event that their party wins. The wicked plot, as laid out by them, is to force Professor Oshibajo to resign for Senator Tinubu to be nominated by General Buhari as his replacement. The ultimate objective of this plot is to ensure that Tinubu becomes president. The script is simple. Given the questionable health status of General Buhari, Senator Tinubu, who is desperate to be president for his own selfish reasons, will simply bide his time in the evil expectation that General Buhari will not be able to go the whole hog. We have deemed it fit to let the whole world know why the leadership of the APC is desperate for power and why the cabal controlling the APC is hell-bent to ensure that General Buhari becomes president. Our candid advice to General Buhari is this: watch your back. Our prayer is that God will save Nigeria from desperate politicians.
And despite all of this that has been said, today, who is a beneficiary of the man that has been desperate to be president for a selfish reason? Today he's been nominated. Femi Fani-Kayode, former aviation minister, has now been nominated to being one of the ambassador designates by the same Bola Tinubu, who, according to him, has been desperate to being president. Nothing has changed. The game plan only changed, of course. Buhari didn't die in power, and Oshibajo wasn't there to have all of these things that you heard him say are things that we heard that time. I would say, no, they are just beer parlor talk. How can they ask a vice president? That was him fighting for the PDP at a time. That was all of the things he was saying. Today, we are seeing everything play out, and these are plethora of several videos. Tinubu has a way. I was talking to Dr. Charles Awuzie some days ago, and he said Tinubu has a way of making you eat your words. Whatever you say about Tinubu, he doesn't argue, he doesn't drag, he will look for a way for you. Because, of course, you're in Nigeria. Our politicians do not have values, they don't have principles. They can move from one point to another. The same Wike that said APC was cancer and PDP had malaria, he is now fighting to destroy the PDP that had malaria so that they can live with the cancer. You see how bad. So Tinubu just sat somewhere, chilled, and waited, and will wait for you, and they make you eat your words. One of the things that Tinubu's administration has done to Nigeria conveniently is that he has exposed the people that we have once idolized. There was a time where Reno Mokri was voted as being Business Influencer of the Year from a Forbes award against Vusi, the South African motivational speaker and business coach. And Nigerians massively voted for them. Today, that Reno has become, and it's not just politics. Ask yourself, what is the value of Reno's personality? Which business is running in Nigeria that Reno? Which organized sector, apart from using social media for propaganda and for lies, what is it that Reno brings to the Nigerian people? What event? Vusi has been speaking in various conferences and events. Vusi has developed framework for young Africans. I have a South African friend, of course you should know by now. Apart from Nigeria, South Africa is the place where I've visited the most, or not lived. Okay, I've lived in the United Kingdom more now. But South Africa is the place I've visited the most. And I can tell you, I've got South African friends. And Vusi's impact in this guy's life, very, very strong. His impact, his events, his meetings, his strong values and principles. Vusi's investment. Which business has Reno committed himself or invested in Nigeria? Nothing. But it is that same. Nigerians voted for him, of course, at that time. Nigeria will support Nigerians anytime there's an international competition, even if we can quarrel inside. But outside, we will support our own, basically, apart from a few people that are retired. However, yet, today now look at Reno. So Tinubu came to actually show a lot of people and useless them. Look at Femi. And that's why I'm warning a lot of these other people that are coming out to say there's no genocide. As much as I don't want an American intervention, we're a sovereign country, and I feel that our situation is quite dicey. There's dynamics involved. So we have to be smart in looking at all of this. It's not just enough for you to see the way it is. There are underlayer events, history, conversations. There are so many things behind the scene that we may have to unravel. It's not just enough to put boots on the ground. It may not solve the problem. We have to deal with this problem. And like somebody said, it has to be years of planning. It's not just enough. If you think guns around will end it, another 2 years, another terrorist group will spring up. So we have to deal with that. However, for those persons that have consistently, instead of holding on to their integrity principles, if you go and start speaking for Tinubu, look at a man who says officially he's 73. That's by Wikipedia or age. But we know that this man is over 90 and is closer to his grave than anything. Those of you that are 40s and 50s, you still have 30, 40 years. Don't allow Tinubu to make you mess up the rest of your age. Until 1999, only a few persons had Tinubu's record in their hands. When Tinubu contested in the 1993 general elections and was voted in as a senator, it was an overwhelming support he got. So I don't know why at 40, at 30, something at 50, you are jeopardizing your own growth and development, your own career for somebody that is closer. Bishop Kuka, the rest of these people talking, these pastors, all of these men of God, what's this guy's name? Rock of Ages, the Rock Cathedral. Adefarasi. All of these guys, be careful. This is what Tinubu is doing. His own, look at Wole Soyinka today. Look at what he has turned into. Wole used to be a backing lion, a roaring lion, a backing dog. When he shouts, everybody quakes. Now he has turned him to become a side commentator. He will useless. Look at the political influences that Tinubu, he brings you closer. Look at Sheyi Law. At a point in this country, Sheyi was one of the strongest advocates for quality. His voice, and it's not about being supporting him or not supporting him. You have to be careful. The man's goal is to empty your voice, is to turn you to become echo where I say alive, and reduce your influence as much as you can. Be careful. Be careful. He has finished Reno. He's finished, and he has appointed them now to finish them. Guess what? Some of them can even be disqualified. Look at what he did to El-Rufai. Can disqualify you during screening and say you didn't pass this, you didn't pass that. He knows what he's doing. He plays it. It's a pawn. He plays it there and there. Now you know, now you will lose. I'm not using that sense. Don't let a man that is closer to his grave to allow you waste your own youthful age. That you still have 40, 50 years to live. You can't be wasted. You will not have a voice again. Because this man is all of you, they're using our head. I'm not using our head. That's Femi Fanika there.